Good evening, everyone. Dan Henry here in the Full Warren Weather Center. We've had some light snow across parts of North Texas since late this afternoon. It continues to move east. We'll show you radar here momentarily. It's been coating the ground in some spots, but as quickly as it started up in Fort Worth, I'm looking up here at our downtown Fort Worth tower camera. Still some flurries there, but not nearly as steady or as heavy as it was literally just as recently as about 5 or 10 minutes ago. So let's get to it. Obviously, the big concern is not this last bout of wintry weather moving through. It's the frigid temperatures. We still have that extreme cold warning in effect all the way in through until 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning. We are looking at perhaps breaking two more records. We broke a record low high temperature today, only 21 at DFW. The old record was 23. We've got a pretty good shot at breaking a record low temperature by early tomorrow morning, and then another chance at breaking a record low temperature by early Tuesday morning. So here is a look outside right now. That's our DFW airport tower camera. It's lightly snowing there, 20 at DFW, 20 at Love Field, 19 at Alliance. These clouds and light snow have been helping to keep temperatures steady over the last few hours, but I'll show you a satellite here in a couple of minutes, and once these clouds do clear off to our east, with those clearing skies, we'll see temperatures start to fall as we head towards midnight and then through the overnight. And there you can see a plane looks like it's either taxiing or perhaps it landed. But boy, oh boy, the winter weather has certainly taken its toll at the local airports here with a lot of cancellations. So we've had this very compact disturbance that is zipping east across North Texas, and just enough moisture that it's generated these light snow showers. You can clearly see that. Notice though, back out to the west and northwest as you get up towards Wichita Falls, out towards Abilene, skies are clearing there, and we'll see this general trend over the next 3-4 hours here in North Texas as skies will likely clear from west to east. There's a closer look at some of those light snow showers that are moving through. Now, where you are seeing some of the purple colors there, that's a little burst of heavier snow that we're detecting on Doppler radar. You can see, though, how quickly it's kind of fizzling out, drying up, especially in the western portion of that batch. Here's a closer look into Dallas County. Little streaky lines or bands there of light snow and snow showers. One going through Irving up towards the Farmers Branch area. Another one from East Dallas up through Rockwall, Royce City into the Greenville area. Again, this may just coat the ground in a few spots. That is about it. A little steadier light snow continuing to fall up around Grayson County into Fannin County as well. That will continue moving eastward along that Highway 82 corridor into Paris and Lamar County. And all we have left here on the back western end, just a few snow flurries kind of falling around the Lake Bridgeport area, also down around Weatherford in Parker County. We lose the radar frame there, and this has been kind of a little bit spotty tonight. The radar has been acting up just a bit, but trust me, there are still some snow flurries flying on the western portion of this. Here's a look at temperatures. 22 Terrell, 17 Gainesville, 18 at this hour at Granbury, and we're at 19 at Bridgeport presently. But factor in those winds that are still blowing a good 15 miles an hour. That is driving wind chills down into the single digits. It's feels like 7 right now at McKinney, 6 at Hillsboro, 6 degrees at Stephenville, and 7 at Bowie. And by early tomorrow morning, winds will continue to dial down, but they'll still be averaging around 10 miles an hour. So we are likely to have sub-zero wind chills when you step out the door, if you step out the door and dare to early tomorrow morning. This storm has had far and wide-reaching impacts here. We literally had some brief tornado touchdowns earlier today in the western panhandle of Florida. Those thunderstorms fortunately have weakened as they continue to move east through South Georgia, heading towards the Jacksonville area. Up into North Carolina, still have some sleet and freezing rain that's occurring. And then farther north into New England, it has been all heavy snow, with some locations picking up over a foot to a foot and a half of snowfall. Look at the core of that Arctic air. It's 13 below right now in Fargo, minus 12 at Minot, minus 1 at this hour in the Twin Cities. The only really mild spots down in Florida, where it's 76 in Miami right now, and sort of out in the West Coast, where LA is checking in right now at 59. Temperature trend. Now, these are low temperatures over the next 5 mornings with their respective wind chills. 9 tomorrow morning is our forecast low. I think we'll still get there as clouds clear. If the clouds are a little slower, it's possible we could be a degree or two warmer than that, but the record is 12. So I think there's a really good chance that we break that record early tomorrow morning, feeling like minus 5. And then Tuesday early in the morning down to 12 degrees. The record is 11. So we'll obviously be flirting with another record low by then, wind chill around 2. And then the temperatures do moderate a bit Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings. 22 Wednesday, 25 Thursday, 30 on Friday morning. Here's the setup. High pressure is anchored just to our northwest right now at the surface. And as skies clear and the winds weaken a bit tonight, I think we are looking at record-breaking cold temperatures. Single digits from Dallas and Fort Worth to the west. If you live off to the east and southeast, Corsicana, Athens, Canton, out towards Sulphur Springs, you're likely going to be in that 10 to 12 degree range early tomorrow morning. This high is going to slide off to our east as we head into Tuesday. We get on the backside of the high with a light south-southwesterly breeze blowing Tuesday afternoon. So you combine those southwesterly breezes and sunshine, and that should do the trick. That should punch temperatures up through the freezing mark early Tuesday afternoon. I think we should top out in the upper 30s. Speaking of that, here is your 7-day forecast. 28 degrees tomorrow afternoon after a record-breaking 9 early in the morning. 39 Tuesday afternoon, partly sunny after a close to record tying 12 degrees. We'll take it up to 40, partly sunny on Wednesday. Clouds start to roll in here on Thursday, 44. Now, there is a weather system moving through Texas late this week. The trends, though, have been for this to trend farther southward with time. I'm still going to include a 20% chance of a rain-snow mix, but hopefully those trends will continue and we'll see that system moving even farther to our south. And then, if that's the case, we'd likely take out the chance of precipitation there on Friday. And then looking ahead to the weekend, it warms up a bit by Sunday. Saturday's high 39 and Sunday up around 44 degrees. So not too much to worry about. These light snow showers, they'll continue to move quickly off to the east. I suspect that most of North Texas won't be seeing any snow or snow flurry activity probably by about 10 o'clock or so tonight. Cold weather, though, that's the big story and a whole nother issue in of itself. Obviously, the roads remain snow-covered and snow-packed. TxDOT is really working hard and on overtime to try to clear what they can, but odds are tomorrow morning is going to still be very, very dicey on the roadways, especially if they have not been attended to at all by any crews today. What you saw this afternoon is likely what you're going to see early tomorrow morning. And once we do get a little traffic out on the roadways tomorrow, kind of compacting that sleet a little bit, and then you get the sun up in the afternoon, it may melt it a little. Then we're going to refreeze that Monday night, early Tuesday morning, and we could be left with cobblestone ice on some of our roadways. What's really going to help, though, is once the sun gets up, I think, on Tuesday, especially by Tuesday afternoon, as temperatures climb above the freezing mark, that should begin the melting process, and hopefully then road crews can get the upper hand on the situation. Thanks for joining me here. Boy, this has been a really long week at Fox 4. A lot of us have been working hard in front of the camera and behind the camera to try to keep you folks up to speed on the very latest. Hope you made all of your cold weather preparations and they're going smoothly. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay with Fox 4.